What's going on, YouTube? It's Mr. Ferguson here once again. Thank you guys for coming back for another video here in Central North Carolina. Got the sweatshirt on. We're a little cooler in the 40s this morning, but beautiful spring morning. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. Be sure to hit the like button if you enjoy it. Subscribe if you're not. We'd love to have you here, a part of the community. Want to give a shout out to our one of our followers, Mr. Devin. He had watched an old video and said, you know what, Mr. Ferguson, it'd be cool if you updated this. And I said, you know what? That is a great suggestion. That's exactly what I'm going to do for Wednesday because I don't have any content for Wednesday. So thank you, Devin. And what he had suggested is I have a video that's an older one that says 5 tips for summer. And so we're going to update that today with my current 2023 5 biggest tips to help you in your cool season lawn to survive summer. So without further ado, let me give you my updated list and hopefully it'll help you survive the summer heat when it gets here soon in the coming months. So number 5 is the height of cut. As I'm standing out here in my lawn, I've told you guys that I've been cutting my lawn about 3.5 inches ever since the end of last summer into fall time. So as you see, my fescue with still the dew on it looks very gorgeous. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but we're at a current 3.5 inches. So the number 5 tip is the height of cut. When we start getting into 80s, mid 80s, 90 degrees, my recommendation and what the pros will tell you is to raise your height of cut to at least 4 inches. This will allow the grass to be more sustainable. It'll be able to hold more moisture in the blade. It'll be taller. It'll be better for the tall fescue. We don't want to cut it lower. Cutting it too low can add stress to our plant, and when we're adding stress, adding in with the heat and the sun and sometimes the lack of rain we're getting, it can be an issue for your lawn. So we want to raise our deck, raise your mower height, get it up to at least 4 inches, sometimes a little higher. We may mow a little less infrequently because we don't want to put too much stress on it. And we also, in addition to our mowing height, we want to make sure we're sharpening our blades. That's something else big we've talked about on the Reddit forum too. Sharpen your blades. Have 2 sets, have 1 sharp, swap them out, and make sure we're doing that at least once a month. So number 5 on the list is height of cut. Let's make sure we don't be cutting our grass too short in the summer. So number four is, we just talked about height of cut, and forgive me, my mic died on me, so I'm having to redo these parts, and I wish I could be able to walk around in a different way to show you something different on the channel, but let's go to number 4. Number 4 to me is going to be our fungicides. We just talked about height of cut and how we have to raise our height of cut. And when we do that, the grass is going to be a little more slumpy. It's going to be kind of moving over a little more. It's going to hold moisture underneath of that. And so fungicides are super important. We've been touching on that a lot here on my channel here lately. We've talked about NC State doing different tests on brown patch and on dollar spot and things of that nature. And so Azoxystrobin, Propiconazole are the 2 that I have found last year using that the entire summer. It helped me completely. We had no issues whatsoever with any type of fungus in the lawn. And so fungicides become crucial because if we're not preventing, then you're going to be reacting to it when it does hit your cool season lawn. You're going to have to figure out, what do I do? And it can be scary. It can be something that you don't know how to manage. And so if we're buying products and we're preventing, we're ahead of the game, right? And so we don't have to react to it. We're reacting to it before it ever becomes a problem, right? We're being preventive. So fungicides would be number 4. And also, keep in mind that it can help, fungus can wipe out your entire lawn. It can start, it can spread, it can get on your blades, it can get on on things, your shoes, your materials, and it can spread all over your lawn, and you not even realize it until it's halfway killing off your lawn and you've got grass dying all over the place. In combination with summer heat, you see what I'm saying? You got fungus, then you got heat, you got lack of water if it's not raining, and you got a big problem on your hands. So number 4 on the list, it could be even higher, but we're going number 4, fungicide. Make sure you're preventing, not reacting to the fungus. So that brings us up to number 3 on the list, and this is a big one, but it's biostimulants. And there's a lot when we say the word biostimulants. I believe we could add into that hydrotane. That's something that always gets mentioned in the summertime, right? I think Budget Lawns talked about making fun of, it's time for all the YouTubers to come out and try to sell hydrotane. But hydrotane, I guess, would be lumped into biostimulants. But there are some biostimulants that are crucial, I believe, that will help us help us and assist us as a tool to survive the summer heat in our cool season lawn. Primarily the ones that I've talked about with you guys before. I believe RGS with the sea kelp in it can be useful, but more importantly, I think CK, 0.5 per 1,000 square feet of CK, applying that monthly, starting for you guys up north that are like, I ain't really got to worry about the heat right now. Start getting that into your plant, into your soil, that potash, that sea kelp extract that helps it with the harsh environment the kelp is in the ocean. We're able to bring that and give that that armor sort of to our fescue and to our cool season lawn, our ryegrass, our Kentucky bluegrass. So sea kelp, I believe, is crucial. And also I will lump in there, it's not really a biostimulant, but it is in a way, and the Pete's Natural Adjuvant for number 3. I can't highly enough recommend the natural adjuvant. If you're in North Carolina, if you're in Virginia, if you're in Tennessee, if you're further south than me in North Carolina, you want Pete's Natural Adjuvant. The fact that this stuff, putting it in with your fungicides, if you're already doing fungicides, just add in the natural adjuvant. If you're doing a biostimulant spray, just add in the natural adjuvant. You're getting 50% water retention in your lawn. I believe this 100% helped my lawn survive the summer last year. It was and I didn't even know it until I really read up more on it this year. Also, it helps to open up the plant to allow that fungicide to work where we're using minimal amounts of product. So it is highly on my list. I know I'm lumping it in with biostimulants, but it could obviously be number 2 or number 1. We're going to get to those in a second, but a natural adjuvant, CK, RGS, I believe biostimulants are not always absolutely necessary, but can be a factor and a tool in preparation for surviving summer heat. So we're at number 2, and for number 2, this could be categorized probably with biostimulants, but I want to specifically give number 2 spot to calcium. I believe calcium, and natural adjuvant could be in that spot too, but I want to give it to calcium because just recently with Pete reformulating his 101 with 6% calcium, his 505 with 3% calcium, he added a little bit of iron, he added some fulvic acid there. I just ordered a gallon of each of those products myself, and I pay for it just like you guys do. I believe that is going to be what I'm going to run in the summer. I debated doing other granular fertilizers, but I'm going to be running the 505 and the 101 for the calcium purposes. Pete talks about how most fertility programs, most biostimulant programs, we lack the calcium factor. And I'm going to put over here to the side all the things that he shows on his website about the benefits of calcium in our lawn. And I don't have them all memorized, so I hope you'll read them here. But calcium is crucial to begin to pump that into your lawn right now. In preparation for coming heat, lack of rain, calcium will help build the cell walls of your plant. It's going to make it bigger, stronger, and bad to the bone. It's going to give it a layer of armor almost, is the way I think about it, to survive in conjunction with the natural adjuvant with that water retention. I remember looking at Pete's videos back in the summer thinking, man, how does his lawn look like spring? But it's like mid-July, 90 degrees, and Pete's lawn looks flawless. And I'm like, how does he do that? There's something he's not telling me or something I'm not getting, and it's the calcium and it's the natural adjuvant, those two combined. So at number 2, calcium. Are you getting enough calcium? What's your last soil test? Do you have enough calcium in your lawn, or do you need to begin to add it in? I would recommend the 101, not for that it's low nitrogen, but you're getting mainly a calcium additive to your program. So calcium, where are you on it? I would recommend it, and that comes in at number 2. So after bringing you guys to all the pretty shots in my lawn of the grass, we're here at this beautiful AC unit and water hose because number 1, as you may have guessed at the beginning of this when you clicked on the video, is water. There's no replacement for water. We talked about hydrotane, how it pulls moisture out of a humid air, but hydrotane does not place water. Just like liquid aeration can't replace mechanical aeration, it's the same. There is no substitute for watering your lawn. As you guys know that have been around my channel last year at least, that last year I was dedicated to watering my lawn when we were lacking rain from the sky, the Jesus rain. I came out here, I do not have an irrigation system. I can't just flip a switch and run water in my lawn. I drag sprinklers around. I've got a hose here and a hose on the other side of my house. I hook up sprinklers and I run them in a section for a limited amount of time, and it takes more water than you can imagine. But number 1 is always going to be water. You have a decision to make if you have a cool season lawn and you're in the south or you're in high heat. Are you going to spend a lot more money on replacing the grass that dies off in summer with grass seed, or do you want to invest that money into water, into the city? If you got a well, then you've got it made. I would be thrilled to have a well, but with city water, it costs an arm and a leg to be able to water this lawn and keep it looking the way it does right now in this beautiful spring morning. But number one on the list is water. If you are not, you have to be paying attention to the weather. You have to know if we've not gotten rain in a week. You can see the grass blades will begin to do that C curling factor on top. And it's a sign from God in the grass to show you my grass is thirsty. It needs water. It is like before it starts turning brown or anything, it begins to curl up and it begins to protect itself. And it's telling you it needs water. So number one, water. Don't be stingy on the water. We've said it for a year and a half now. Budget, set aside a little bit of money. If you're on city water like me, to budget water. I'm going to save this lawn. I'm going to keep it alive so I don't have to spend so much in the fall to redo everything and renovate every single year. But number one on the list, as you may imagine, is H2O or water. So thank you guys for clicking on this video. I hope that these tips will help somebody out there. Let me lower this just a little bit. But these are my updated 2023 5 best tips I can give you to help your lawn survive the summer. But thank you to those that watched the whole video. I tried to do something different, move you around the lawn, show you the gorgeous parts of my lawn in the morning. It just looks gorgeous with the water on the tips of the blades. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for clicking the like button. Comment below other things I may not have mentioned that you have found. And a cool season lawn is vital to surviving the summer. List it below if I missed something in your opinion. Let me know what you think. And location may matter on this as well. So it may not be as hot up north, and some of these may fall lower on the list than others. But I hope this has been helpful to you, especially my North Carolina friends. I'm trying to perfect surviving summer. I'm getting closer and closer. If I can do it again this year, I'll be very proud of myself. So we'll find out if these tips come to be true or if we need to update it again in 2024. God bless you. We'll see you guys with a Friday video coming up this Friday morning. God bless you. We'll see you.